I find it hilarious that Israel constantly cries about Iran wanting a nuclear weapon, which they're not actually building. They're trying to build nuclear power plants so that they can have energy. But Israel constantly cries and cries and cries and claims that Iran is close to building nuclear weapons, and they have been doing this for decades now. And anytime they cry about that, here comes the United States to attack Iran and to get us involved in a pointless, uh, bloodthirsty invasion because the Israeli government wants to use the United States to fight all its wars for them because the Israeli government cannot handle anything themselves.
7 now, President Trump is facing another major decision this morning.
Sources say he's considering whether the United States should join Israel in strikes against Iran's nuclear sites. Now, all this in an effort Israel says is to stop Iran from building a nuclear weapon. Some of President Trump's strongest supporters in Congress are calling for restraint. Others are pushing for a vote to require congressional approval before U.S. troops engage in attacks on Iran.
Yeah, Congress is the Congress is the authority over if the United States goes to war or not. It's not the president themselves. He cannot unilaterally uh, declare war on another nation. And who cares if Iran gets a nuclear weapon? Israel has several nuclear weapons that they won't let the UN assess, but they want to cry about other nations wanting nukes. That's just hypocrisy right there.
You're looking at video from attacks in both Jerusalem and Tehran. Ongoing strikes have already killed hundreds of people in both countries.
Now, CBS News' Jared Hill has the very latest, joining us live from New York. Jared.
AJ and Pauline, the Iranian leader is calling for a strong response to Israel's attacks. The big question, though, this morning, as you mentioned, is what will President Trump do after posting "Our patience is wearing thin"? Meanwhile, some of his biggest supporters are pushing for the U.S. to stay out.
Day 6 of the Israel-Iran conflict, and sources tell CBS News President Donald Trump is weighing whether the U.S. should join Israel's strikes on Iranian nuclear sites.
The U.S. should just let Israel deal with the consequences of their actions. Um, let Iran just devastate Israel, and then Israel will realize that they can't just start attacking every other nation around them because they will get effed over.
Major focus, the deeply buried Fordow facility.
Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple.
Yesterday,
Why can't Iran have nuclear weapons? Because two white ethno states claim that they can't, which is hilarious because both fascist Israel and fascist United States have nuclear weapons.
President met with his national security team in the Situation Room. The same day, he posted on social media, quote, "We now have complete and total control of the skies over Iran," and praised U.S.-made defense systems. To date, Trump administration officials have said the U.S. is not involved in Israel's attacks, though the U.S. has been helping Israel fend off Iranian counterstrikes. Israel's military says it struck a centrifuge production site as well as several weapons production sites in Iran overnight. Meanwhile, sirens blared as explosions blasted over Israel, the country's Iron Dome intercepting Iranian missiles. Iran's Supreme
But not all of the missiles, because the Iron Dome isn't impenetrable like the Israeli government likes to claim, and it will only last for so long unless the United States helps Israel refuel them.
leader has vowed to show no mercy. President Trump, in a social media post, offered a direct warning, writing the U.S. knows where the supreme leader is hiding, calling him an easy target, though adding, "We are not going to take him out, at least for now." On Capitol Hill.
Imagine if anybody said that about the United States. Oh, we know where the president is hiding, and he's an easy target. We can do whatever we want. That would be considered a declaration of war by that nation towards the United States. But the United States thinks they can threaten any other nation that they want. It shows how fascist the United States actually is.
Hill.
I'm hoping the president will not get involved with the war.
Lawmakers from both parties are now pushing to vote on measures limiting President Trump's ability to order strikes on Iran.
So back in March, the president's director of national intelligence said intel assessments showed Iran was not building a nuclear weapon. Last night, though, President Trump said he didn't care what she said. He thinks they are very close. We could get some more insight.
Well, that's hilarious. Yeah, Intel has consistently shown that Iran has never been close to building a nuclear weapon, nor have they been trying to. They've been trying to gain nuclear power for their nation, but the United States and Israel always love to create lies and claim that they're trying to build a nuclear weapon to justify attacking Iran.
Into the president's thinking on all of this today when the defense